Let's talk about it. Hello people, my name is Nixon Dice and you are watching Smelly Cat. For those who are new here, I do fragrance related videos, reviews, lists, recommendations, etc. Mostly on Middle Eastern scents and hidden gems. So if you're not looking to spend the big bucks, looking to find amazing fragrances at great prices, are into Middle Eastern scents and alternatives, do consider hitting the like button, subscribing and even the bell icon. Today's video is about Lattafa Khamrah, which has been getting quite a lot of attention recently, and quite rightly so actually. Even I have been quite buzzed to cover this one. Khamrah means, I think, alcohol in some dialects in Arabic. It could literally translate to alcohol, or it's some sort of alcoholic drink or beverage. So I think the name for this one is quite apt. The bottle should give you a hint of what this one is inspired by. You're right, it's Angel Share by Killian. Now Angel Share comes in this beautiful glass bottle that old-fashioned whiskey drinkers like me will be familiar with. It's part of the liquor series, if I'm not mistaken. And there are a couple of other scents in the same collection. If I remember correctly, roses on ice, apple brandy on the rocks, and I think one or two other scents as well. This bottle here is a square rendition of that one. Not as neat as the Killian, of course, considering the price. But at this price point, obviously a very good attempt at the bottle. I'll give you a couple of seconds to appreciate the bottle. I hope my camera is doing it justice. They've also copied the K-like design that by Killian has, and maybe it's, oh yeah, Khamrah. Maybe it's K for Khamrah here, or they just went with the K for Killian. It's a mix of like a K and X, but I must say very heavy bottle. At this price point, they've done a really good job. The cap though is tight. It's probably the snuggest fit I've ever seen on any bottle. You can hold on to it and not be afraid of spilling, of dropping the bottle. I could probably turn this upside down, put it up bottoms up on the ceiling, hang on to the cap. Even with my body weight, I don't think this would come out. It's that tight. So the bottle's decent, the cap is tight, but where Lattafa really win is with the box. This one, in my opinion, looks much better than the one that you get on Angel Share. That's a little smaller. This is heavy wood. It has the name in Arabic and English in the front, Lattafa written at the bottom. It's got this wood-like finish at the bottom as well. On top you have the Lattafa logo and you have the batch code. At the back, I think mine is a June 2022 batch. You also have, I missed this one, you also have this holographic sticker at the back. Let's have a look inside the box. You have the same premium feel inside as well. This gold mirror finish backdrop that it has really makes it look good. Very premium. You can keep it on your desk, on your table, and it will really stand out. Looks amazing as a gift. So cheers to Lattafa for that. The fit and finish on this one is excellent. Lattafa recently have raised the bar when it comes to both the juice and the presentation. Just look at the color on this one. I just hope that my camera is capturing it and the light is right, but this does have that boozy, deep reddish brown color that looks really nice. Usually I don't share the notes that I get for Lattafa from websites or wherever, because for some reason they are always all over the place. I don't know who supplies them or who provides them, but they never like what the juice is like, and I usually don't catch those notes. But with Khamrah, I think the notes are pretty bang on. The top notes are cinnamon, bergamot and nutmeg. The middle notes are dates, praline, tuberose and mahonial. Now mahonial, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, is a molecule by Javaudin. and it is a replacement to Lyral. I know this because my own fragrance Tipsy Tarantula by NXN Perfumes has the same note, and it is it's a nice light floral note that is like a gentler version, if I would to say closer to like a gentler version of Lily of the Valley. Coming back to the notes, in the base we have vanilla, benzoin, tonka, amberwood and myrrh. But the $1,000,000 question, is it a good alternative to by Killian's Angel Share? Let's spray and find out. So when you first sniff it and you didn't see the bottle and you hadn't heard of what Khamrah was, you wouldn't really say that this is an Angel Share alternative. They start off quite differently. This one is very fruity in the opening, and it lacks that booziness that you get in Angel Share. In Angel Share, you get the cognac right away, right? It's smooth and rounded. This one is fruitier. The cinnamon actually is the most noticeable to my nose in the opening, and it's got a, how do I say it? It's got a spice and dry fruit market-like feel to it. Now, as time passes, they do get closer to each other. I'm going to keep this on the side because after some time it starts smelling like Angel Share. But yeah, like I said, as time passes, they do get closer to each other, and they have managed to capture the spirit of Angel Share quite well with this one. In the mids, you'll notice that Khamrah is quite sweeter than Angel Share. Doesn't have that woodiness and that booziness. The booziness slowly appears in Khamrah, but in Angel Share it's there from the beginning itself, and then it gets a lot woodier. With Khamrah, I noticed that it's a lot sweeter. But there's a Moorish quality to the Lattafa that draws you in, you know. If you've sprayed it on your arms or your wrist, it'll have you sniffing and going back for sniffs every now and then. In the air, it's got this lovely intoxicating presence that I noticed, especially when my wife wore it a couple of times. Once it dries down, say a couple of hours have passed by, that's when they get really close to each other in the air. Up close, if you're gonna sniff it up close, it's like Angel Share laced with this Lattafa styled vanilla amber sweetness. I also have to add that it does smell different on different skin, at least on my wife and me. On my wife's skin, it's got this cocoa butter like creaminess, you know. Think of Vaseline cocoa butter. It smells a lot like Vaseline cocoa butter, but in a much richer, creamier, deeper way. And then on my skin, it's a lot warmer and sweeter. A hint of more spice comes out on my skin, and I really like that about this. Coming to the performance, the first couple of times I sprayed it, I wore it actually, it did come across as a little weak and soft to me, but for someone who has so many Middle Eastern fragrances, I knew that this was going to get better over time, and it did. Now the longevity is around the 8 to 9 hour mark on my skin. Projection on this one is, say, moderate, but it has a very nice sillage that it leaves behind. So if you're passing someone, they will smell it, but it's not got that throw. Now, did I get complimented on this? Not yet. I've just worn it like 4 or 5 times, but the couple of times that my wife wore it, I actually forgot what she was wearing, and I'm like, what's that? Smells good. So yeah, let her take it as a compliment. To wrap it up, Lattafa's Khamrah is definitely worth the shot, especially at this price point. I know I keep saying this, but even if this was, say, twice its price, you know, you wouldn't feel guilty about buying it. It would still be worth it. So I must say, very well done, Lattafa. Great job with this one. Nailed the presentation. Some might find it tacky, but once the bottle is in hand, I think it feels a lot heavier, more premium. So again, well done, Lattafa. Cheers to you. And let me know if you've tried this. What's your experience been with this? Like I noticed, it's different on my skin, it's different on my wife's. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't hit that like button, that share button, forget it, don't share this video, but hit that subscribe button and that bell icon too. And until next time, keep smelling amazing.